So,
And we should be back live. Hello, everyone, once again. Yeah, had a bit of a technical issue, so we just had to sort it out. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we are back with F2 qualifying. Sadly, we've had to restart the qualifying due to this technical error, but it will be a shortened qualifying, just 10 minutes, so bit of a faster paced qualifying this will be. But yes, and yeah, all the times got deleted sadly, so we're gonna have to do this once again. Don't really have an intro as I've already done my intro, but yes, riding on board with the Prema driver Luca Farina, Italian driver in an Italian car, as he now heads down to turn 15. The track rises down now onto turn 16 and then onto the long main straight of this Baku city circuit. So this, yeah, only an outlap, so no lap times will be set just yet. We're gonna have to stay patient for a while and wait for the lap times to come in. But Luca Farina now starts his first flying lap. Into turn 2, again, almost 90-degree corner here. Same goes for turn 3. Really penciled in corners here. Obviously, I mean, not being a permanent circuit, they've taken the real life street corners of Baku. So, track designer Herman Tilke has had to get creative, especially with the castle section of turn 8. So now approach the chicane of turn 5 and turn 6. Behind Farina there is the ART of I think that is below, I'm not quite sure. But now Farina approaching turn 8. So you see the track rises steeply and a very tight and narrow castle section there from turn 8 to turn 10, I think it is, if my memory serves me correct. Now here's where the track begins to open up quite a bit more as we approach turn 13. Now the heavy braking zone of turn 15. Now the track falls down quite a bit in terms of elevation onto turn 16. And now turn 17 and 18. Now just the last corner, and it is now full power onto the main straight. So prime overtaking chances are at the back straight because of how long it is and how much DRS you're able to get here. But we're going to see the lap time by Farina. It is a 1:58.3, quickly topped by Parma that was. So it wasn't below, apologies for that. But yeah, with 5 minutes remaining in the session, the question poses is if the driver will be able to set competitive enough lap times. But we'll see this more as a sprint qualifying, if you can call it that. Obviously, this not being a race, or somewhat of a race, you can classify it as that. But yeah, a lot of lap times coming in at the moment. So everyone quite eager to set lap times as Parmar holds pole position, but below in second, making the ART 1-2. So we have seen 12 lap times remain, 13, and now 14, as Fraser splits two ARTs there. in the front row. So we are gonna see if everyone can get good lap times in. As here is Yash Parmar, the British driver in the ART. Never been on pole position here in Formula 2, so it would certainly be quite a delight for him to take pole. As Thomas Mandek puts himself in the top 6. So quite a good lap time from the Croatian. Never scored points in these first 3 races. Hopefully he will be able to change that. But one person who has not benefited from this shorter qualifying is Victor Albom, down in last place. That is not where he wanted to be after winning back at Spain. So he has had quite a blunder, I must say. But the question is here, will it be an ART-1-2, Alfred?
I think it's going to be very unlikely, especially with Formula 2 cars being spec cars. So all the cars are the same. Of course, it can come down to team strategy, but I definitely think it's going to be difficult. And oh, damn, those are some close times. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice it until you said that. Below just topped Parmar by 1,000 of a second. That is incredibly close. That is, I mean, it's almost identical lap times. That is just incredible. I mean, it's not like you can see that in any other racing series, but yeah, that is just close. And Fraser, actually, he's 1,000 of Parmar, so the entire top 3 is only separated by 2,000ths of a second. That is, I mean, you can't get it any closer, can you? I mean, yeah, you technically can, but that is still incredibly close.
Would that be racing history, maybe?
Possibly.
This close of a qualifying may very well be so.
I think it definitely will. I mean, there's no way that, I mean, it's such an incredibly close gap. I mean, it must be. Definitely goes to show how close Formula 2 is and how equal of a skill level all of these drivers are. But yeah, again, we are seeing a lot of different results from when we first ran qualifying, so it is quite strange seeing this. Just the order completely shuffled around. But now with 1 minute remaining in the qualifying, Fraser has pitted, so he will not go for another lap. Below and Parmar, the 2 ART teammates, are still hunting for that pole. It's incredibly close between the two, so it's just a matter of who gets the slightest improvement to get the edge over their teammate here. As Rickard Sundevik in the pit lane now, so he's not setting a lap time either. So the only person I could see taking pole right now is Linus Timel, as he is, but he's gonna have to set a really good lap time. As I think below is stuck behind a Russian time. Would that be Antonov maybe? I think it might be. But this is horrible for below, because that is not that is not what he wants right now. It's absolutely the opposite of what he wants. Antonov is, I don't think he's received blue flags from his team. And this is horrible for below, but it's really good for Yash Parmar. As qualifying is finished, the checkered flag is now out. Yash Parmar, has he set a lap time? Has he improved? That is the question. I don't think so. from Milka Singh. The Indian driver in the Trident, will he improve as he gets a nice slipstream? No, it's no improvement for him. Linus Timel, did he improve? As we're gonna watch him as he now comes across turn 16 and turn 17, the championship leader. He's gonna have to hope for a strong qualifying here at Baku to retain that championship lead. From Daniel Fraser is gonna be his main title rival in this early stage of the Formula 2 championship. Linus Timel, the Swede in the Russian time, as Noe comes into the pit lane. So it will not be pole for Linus Timel, but that just might be Jean-François Bilot on pole. As Mikhail Walji, no improvement from him. Lavan Zuznicka in the Rapax scored a podium in his first race in Bahrain. We're going to see if he can improve in any way, shape or form, as it is no improvement for Zuznicka or Alex Broster behind. Instead of Martinez down in P17, really unfortunate result for him. He was running P5 before the restart. Same goes for Victor Album down in P19. He won last time out in Spain. But no one looks to be able to challenge Jean-François Bilot. So it might just be the pole for the Frenchman here in Baku. So we have had a very upside down qualifying, I must say. But it will be the two ARTs that lock out the front row. And it is Jean-François Bilot who takes pole here at Baku. What do you think of that qualifying, Alfred?
I think it was definitely a very intense qualifying, especially with those very, very close lap times up in the top three with only 0.02 of a second separating them. I definitely think this is going to be a very interesting race. So as we see the Air2s on pole, and then we see a pretty interesting grid further down with the championship leader Tamal in fifth. It's starting fifth.
Definitely, it's almost like we're running reverse order here. Everyone just completely around everywhere. So yeah, quite a hectic qualifying. But we will see if everyone will be able to improve for the race. But Jean-François Bilot never started on pole. It's gonna be really interesting as we wait for lights out now. So as we are getting ready for the race here at Baku, five lights are waiting. It's Jean-François Bilot on pole, and we are away here at Baku. And from what I can see, it's a good start for Jean-François Bilot. He leads from turn 1, but Fraser is under pressure from Sundevik, it looks like, in P3. Could you switch to TV cam, please? But Daniel Fraser, that is under pressure from Rico Sundevik, as they're both side by side, but Sundevik looks to have edged out Fraser there for P3. So it's the Arden driver who is up into P3, but Mike Fraser reclaimed that position as they now head into turn 3. Oh, it's really close between the two as they all go two-file almost into turn 3 as there's Schlesser. Oh, a bit of smoke there, so it might have been a lockup there, but it is Singh and Schlesser side by side. This is for P7, I think this, but Bilot holds the lead from his ART teammate Josh Parmar, as Sundevik is now under pressure once again from Daniel Fraser, who's up into P3, but Sundevik on the inside. Now it's going to be Fraser on the outside, and I do think it may be a contact as Fraser hits the wall. And they're going to go into turn 8 side by side. No, this can't work. But they somehow did, but Sundevik just had to see the position there, as Daniel Fraser is now up into P3. But Jean-François Bilot, what a start from him. Already a second ahead of his ART teammate, Yash Parmar. So that is a really, really good start for the Frenchman. Just the start he was hoping for. But wow, what a battle between Fraser and Sundevik. That is certainly just goes to show how much these two rookies are eager to fight for podiums here. But what I can see, Martinez has fallen down to P19 and Victor Album down to P20. So not a good start for him, but we're going to watch Linus Timel as he gets the slipstream. Enrique Sundevik, then again, this back straight, but a really, really good advantage to set you up for turn 1. And Timel is just going to do that as he now lines alongside Swedish-Korean driver into P1. Sundevik has the better traction as he's gonna be on the outside. Timel just can't get the move done, but into turn 2. Is it enough? No, it's not. Sundevik takes a really wide line to get the better exit there, but Timel, might he have something to say about that into turn 3? Yes, he's gonna have, as he gets the slipstream into turn 3 now, but yeah, can't get it done either. But we are really seeing everyone going at it here, Alfred. Your opinions?
A very interesting race start. A lot of overtakes, a lot of interesting moves here. As we see Bilal pulling up a second from his teammate, and then his teammate Josh Parmar pulling up a second from Fraser, and Fraser pulling away 2 seconds from Sundevik. That's a very interesting top 5 we have going on right here.
A very unusual top 5, I must say. I mean, the only people I think I'd be able to think in the top 5 would be Fraser and Timel. I mean, and yeah, Sundevik also. But other than that, it's an ART 1-2. You never expect this, but this is gonna do wonders for ART in the championship standings. That might be able to throw them into the constructors championship pecking order. So this is gonna be really good for them if Bilal can hold his lead, and Parmar just playing a good wingman to the French driver. I'm just gonna hold off Fraser, but I do think gaps are starting to build up a bit. Closest gap is P14. No, it's P. Yeah, I think it is. Hidayat to Walton, P13. But we're gonna see here. Never mind, it's Timel to Sundevik, as Timel now tries it once again. But has he got past with DRS? We're gonna see now as they approach the turn 1. Yes, he does. Timel up into P4 as Daniel Fraser now at the fastest lap. So he is catching Parmar, but Timel just fought and finally got ahead of his fellow Swedish compatriot. But that puts the other Swede up into P4. But the one other Swede that is having quite a good race today is Samet Özkan in P9. So he is doing quite well. This will be his first points, and behind him Oscar van Rooyen. So this will be double points for MP. So it will be quite a good day for the Dutch outfit. As a bit of a lock up there from Singh in front. That's going to allow Özkan to catch up surely, but obviously no overtaking will be done during these parts of the track. Very technical and tight parts of the circuit, as we're now approaching turn 8. So yeah, just important to be able to follow cars quite well through here. So see everyone in a bit of a train behind Pierre Schlesser, I think that is. As I think Fraser is catching Parmar. Gap was, I believe, a second. It's now a bit under 7/10 at the moment. So Fraser, maybe he can pull out the skill he had at Bahrain and show that back in Baku. If you did miss the previous F2 races, all of them are available on our channel. As here we see Thomas Mandek overtaking Rickard Sundevik. It is deja vu for Sundevik here, as he's getting overtaken by absolutely everyone. So Mandek up into P5 as Linus Temelinov at the fastest lap. But Mandek up into P5. What a way to score points for the Croatian. So having quite a good race for him. But Sundevik just crumbles in as the race goes on. This is proven to be quite a theme for the Swedish Arden driver. But I think he will be able to defend from Schlesser, and it does not look to be as severe as it was in Bahrain. But I think Sundevik might just have a bit of a poor sector 3, especially those last few turns. Those important braking zones might not be the best to handle for Sundevik, but he looks to be a bit stronger in sector 1. But how do you think the race is going to unfold, Alfred? Do you think we'll be able to tell, or yeah?
I think Timel is going to have a very interesting race in front of him. He's, as we can see, he's already gained 1.5 seconds on Frazier in front of him. So I definitely think Timel has a strong chance to catch up with the race leaders and maybe even take first place. But it's going to be a very interesting race to see, and we'll see if Bilal can hold up this lead. He's built up there in the first lap.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with your comments, but yeah, Timel, a very, very strong candidate to take the winner, but I do think Daniel Fraser looks more likely to take a second win here, to be honest. He has just closed down the gap immensely to Parmar, but Timel also closing the gap to Fraser. So, yeah, we'll see who plays the long game here and who will benefit from it in the laps to come. As everyone under a second now from P2 to P4. As here's Pierre Schlesser trying to move Sundevik, but Sundevik holds firm, defends from the Frenchman. But yeah, Sundevik is having horrid luck in these races. I mean, he just fell down the order in Bahrain, and now he's kind of doing the same in Baku, so it is not the greatest start to the season for Sundevik. As Schlesser now gets the better run on Sundevik, but Sundevik, good defending from him to hold back Schlesser, but it looks like maybe a worn out engine for Sundevik. He looks like he's losing engine power on the straights. I think that might be why he's losing so much time actually. In Bahrain it was tire wear, here might be engine issues, so the bad luck just doesn't stop for Sundevik, sadly. But yeah, Timella has actually caught up by 3/10, so he's looking incredibly strong, and I do think if he finishes like he is now, he will still hold the championship lead over Daniel Fraser and Victor Albom. But Albom, yeah, down in last place, not where he wanted to be, if he wanted to challenge for the race lead, so he has not had it quite well. Yeah, Timel is catching. He's getting quite close to that racing engineering. I think that is 7/10. He's gonna get I think he might get a nice slipstream off Fraser, but Fraser's gonna get a slipstream off. As you can see, a bit of it. Yeah, we can see everyone just tucking in behind each other, like fighter pilots here to just get the maximum amount of slipstream as Schlesser finally gets past Sundevik. So he is just falling down the order. So my predictions were right. But Timel is catching quite a lot. Do you think he might be pushing the car too much here? Or do you think he's just generally better on pace than the others?
Oh, if you look at the camera, Sundevik seems to have some damage actually.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the cover in between the antennas.
Oh, well,
And
yeah,
the front
then,
wing looks messed up as well. So
yeah, he had contact with Fraser, so that's why he's falling back. He has front wing damage. That is why he's falling back. But Daniel Fraser, this man who won in Bahrain, is gonna want to win once again. Here at Baku, he's chasing down the two ARTs now. But yeah, do you think Timel pushing, if he is pushing, will benefit him in the long run, or do you think he just has the better pace than the others?
I very much do believe Timel is trying to push. The question is how will his car handle it in the long run? As you said, may play a very big factor as tire wear may start to come in during the later laps of the race, and maybe he's pushing too hard in his tires right now, and who knows?
Yeah, yeah. For now, he is at least catching, but yeah, Fraser and Timel look to be on quite equal pace, so it wouldn't surprise me if they catch up to the ARTs soon as here's Singh getting past the damaged car Sunday. Just, yeah, he has had really bad luck, hasn't he? But, yeah, Singh gets past Sunday for P7. So he's just falling back down the order. But Bilo has held the lead just about a second to Parmar, so quite consistent driving from the Frenchman. He scored, I think, his first points a few races ago, but definitely a big way to score points this will be for the Frenchman. Yeah, definitely will. And same goes for Yash Parmar as well. A double podium it will be for ART as we now approach the halfway mark of the race. Not very much activity concerning on-track overtake, except if we don't count Sundevik. But Timel is closing that gap. You can see him especially strong in sector 2 here. Just being able to catch up with Fraser here. But yeah, slipstream not making that much of a difference since Fraser gets the slipstream of Parmar and Timel gets the slipstream of Fraser, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. As Mandich actually catching up to Timel here, so might we see him in the battle for the podium positions or maybe even the win? We just have to wait and see as we now approach the main straight to start lap 8 of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Timel looks to have been compromised on the straight though, so he's not gaining too much. In fact, he's losing a bit to Fraser, but Summit Özkan, the Swede, is gaining onto his fellow compatriot. So he's gonna want to go for P8. Looks to the right now, looks to the left. Yeah, I think that wasn't the smartest thing to do, so he's not going to be able to get a move done here, as he just looks for a move down to turn 1 anyways. But I think, yeah, he's set himself up, though, quite good for turn 2, as we see here, from the onboard of Oscar van Rooyen. Trying to get past Sundevik, has held Özkan up quite a bit. Same goes for van Rooyen, but we're going to see if the Swede gets past Sundevik here as we head into turn 3. No, can't get past him yet. So these two battling will benefit the other MP of Van Rooyen to catch up to his teammate Özkan. But yeah, Özkan not looking too likely to getting past Sundevik. I think obviously the best chance he has is down the back straight, as the hunt for P3 continues between Fraser, Timel and Mandich. Thomas Mandich, this circuit really looks to have favored him today. Not scoring any points in these first 2 races, so quite a good result it would be for the Croatian driver. But you can see everyone really close to here. But yes, it begins to even out a bit more as we approach the main straight. I think Mandich has got the better run on Timel, but not by a lot. So yeah, I don't think it'll matter too much or make any sort of position decisive role. But yeah, Mandich is closing that gap to 4 tenths. As you said, a bit of luck up there from Timel. As now finally Özkan tries to take his chance on Sundevik. Up into P8 he goes. So Sundevik falling down to P9, and now he's gonna have to defend from Van Rooyen, which is not gonna be easy with a damaged car. But that sees Özkan up into P8. I do think this will be his first points as well. Same goes for Van Rooyen, I think. I might be wrong with that. Yeah, but either way, it will still be quite a good result for MP. Both MP drivers in the points. But Yes, we are now 6 laps remaining of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Alfred, how do you think the race has been so far?
It's been very interesting, but as we said earlier, these last 3 laps have not been. There's not been a lot of going on except for passing Sindovec. But I think at the end of the race we usually see stuff starting to spring up. So I definitely think we're going to have a more interesting race during the last few laps. So, yeah.
Yeah, F2 races always prove to be quite interesting during the last few laps. I think that's just a recurring theme when it comes to Formula 2, but we'll see if that holds up or not as we're starting to approach lap 10. The gap from Timel to Fraser has not closed, but the gap from Mandic to Timel has closed, so Mandic might be looking to overtake the championship leader, but Timel, I think there's not much he can do here, so he's just wanna hope to stay P4. As here's Van Rooyen now gaining on Sindovik, aligns alongside him as they cross the start-finish line and dives down the inside, and surely it's going to be an easy move for the Dutchman, but no, it is not actually. Sindovik holds him off quite well. Quite impressed that he's still able to do this in a damaged car. As again, a bit of a domino effect is going to allow Farina to catch up now. You see there, side by side, very nice view there from Farina behind. And Sundevik still holding on, so really good defending from him actually. Really showing his mettle here as he defends with a broken car, but this is not good for Van Rooyen as that's going to allow Farina to catch up behind. But yeah, pretty good defending from Sundevik so far. Do you think he'll be able to? Do you think he'll fall out of the points, Alfred, or do you think he'll stay where he is?
I definitely do think he's going to fall out with the points, especially as we usually see F2 races start to heat up during the last couple of laps, and we're just getting into those last couple of laps. All the other drivers behind him are going to start pushing, so I definitely do not believe he's going to be able to stay in the points, but I definitely think he does have a chance to stay in maybe the top 15. But yeah.
Yeah, top 15 seems likely to me. Even if he doesn't score points or not, nonetheless, it will still be quite good defensive work from the Swedish-Korean driver as Van Rooyen finally gets past him with DRS, and I do think yeah, that brings him up to the P8, but he has lost significant amount of time to his teammate Özkan, as here's Farina trying it as well on Sundvik, but Sundvik better traction on the outside, brakes later, and just holds the line through into turn 2. So yeah, Sundvik really showing that fighting spirit, despite the fact he has a broken car and everyone around him much faster. But Van Rooyen, yeah, now 4 seconds behind Özkan, so he has lost incredibly amount of time behind Sundevik. So Sundevik is just kind of giving Özkan a favor here. But Farina, yeah, again, everyone behind Sundevik just gets held up, and that's going to allow the person behind them to close up. Now it's Farina getting held up, and Matija Dragovic closing in, but Nikhil Walji, yeah, but there's a train actually forming behind Sundevik here, so the Sundevik Express is in full working order. It's Farina, Dragovic, Walji, Hidayat, White, Sasnishkai, Broster, just everyone, honestly, as Farina tries to go for a move there. That's not where you do a move, Luca. But yeah, he just wants to get past Sundvik as quick as possible because he's losing so much time behind the Swede, as Van Rooyen proved, as he's definitely going to get past him with DRS. You see just how much time he loses there in the corners. And that's going to allow Farina to set up for quite as he lines a lot. Shit. Oh, sorry. As he lines alongside the Sweden Dragovic, might he be able to overtake Sunevik here? It's not looking likely, as Sunevik, really good defensive work in turn 1, just holds it firm. Almost like he's on rails here, despite the fact that that couldn't be further from the truth. But yeah, you can see Farina, yeah. I mean, it's just a recurring theme. He's lost 2 seconds to Van Rooyen, so yeah, it is not. You really don't want to be behind Sundevik, but one man who is now closed down the gap to Fraser is Linus Timell, the championship leader. He's finished P3 in both. What was it? In both races, Bahrain and Barcelona. He's finished P3 and a P4. That's gonna be an incredibly consistent result for the Swede. So he's definitely gonna be able to hold that championship lead. But now, as we approach lap 13 or 15 onto the main straight, it's not the lap 12, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this will be also the first race where a racing engineering driver has not won. So yeah, it's quite strange to think that Daniel Fraser and Victor Alvom both won the first 2 races for racing engineering. So yeah, the racing engineering team have had a really good championship battle at the moment, but now their driver in P3 and P20, so it is they're recurring. As here's Matija Dragovic going past Sunevik. Sunevik has, as you said, Alfred, fallen out of the points. So yeah, Nikhil Wall is gonna try a move, but everyone trying a move here on Sunevik knows that's not gonna work. As yeah, it doesn't. Sunevik just tries to defend for all that he has left in that damaged Pertamina Arden car. As Waldi in the Pema hasn't scored points, I believe. Yeah, still can't get ahead of him. Dragovic, unsurprisingly, lost time to Farina. As you can just see the train forming behind everyone behind Sundevik. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Everyone just wanting to get past each other. As yeah, you can definitely see it. As yeah, it's a bit hard to overtake here in sectors 1, 2. Yeah, apologies for that. Maybe we shouldn't have done this in a public call, but whatever. Nikhil Walji now looks to be gaining on Sundevik, unsurprisingly. But the Sunnik has held him for almost an entire lap. That might be just a second time loss. We're going to see as they approach the start-finish line, just their lap times, and to see how much time Walji lost during this lap, as he's now going to have DRS with the better slipstream on Sundevik, but he just can't seem to get past Sundevik. Just making his car wide as possible, but Walji finally getting past the DRS, and we're now going to see as they approach the start-finish straight just how much time he lost. That's almost a second time loss. Minus Adam Hidayat, the first ever pole sitter in ACOC F2 history, now getting past Sundevik. It's really close between the two. Hidayat getting past Sundevik can't really do anything. It's just a bit of a passenger here as he watches all of the cars fly by him. But lap 14 of 15. So I don't think Linus Timel is going to be able to catch Daniel Fraser. So I think Jean-Francois Bilon might have this in the bag. But yeah, Daniel Fraser 4/10 to Palmer now. He's closed the gap, but I don't think it's enough. Same goes for Mandic. I can't see a move happening as we're now onto the main straight once again for the second to last time. Fraser has closed down on Palmer, but I just can't see a move happening here, Alfred. It doesn't really look likely here. As we now approach the start-finish straight to initiate the final lap. Jean-François Bilot, should there be no mistakes for him, this will be the first win for him and ART, and what a way it will be to win for ART as well. Both their drivers, first and second, but Fraser is now just going to have to push for this entire last lap. He wants to get past as Idevites get past Sundevik, unsurprisingly. Into turn 1, the Rapax driver goes up into P14, so he's actually been able to overtake Sundevik into turn 1. But let's ride on board with the Jean-François below them. He's in P1. This man from France, the south of France, not spectacular results from this man in the first 2 races. He's scored, I think, a total of 2 points, but he is gonna add a whopping 25 points to that tally, and that is surely gonna bring him up with the big boys, as certainly will for ART as well. 43 points it will be in the bag for ART Grand Prix. So a really good result for the British outfit, and a really good day for them as well, as Jean-François Bilot now crosses the line. Or no, he doesn't cross the line. I'm stupid, I apologize. Few final corners. But this man from France has done everything he's needed to today. He's bested the qualifying, and he's bested the race, as he now approaches the final start-finish straight. Jean-François Bilot is a Grand Prix winner here in F2, and what a way to win for ART, as Yash Parmar takes P2 as well, his first ever podium and first ever win for ART as well. What an interesting race, wouldn't you say so yourself, Alfred?
I definitely would. I would say it's been a very interesting race, with the top 2 at least staying the exact same all through the race, below not even getting overtaken a single time. Very impressive, not very common in motorsports. But yeah.
Definitely. I echo your comments there. He just held that gap, I mean, incredibly well. Just stayed incredibly consistent throughout the entire race. Fraser, I think he might have picked up damage as well. Not quite sure, because he did have a bit of a scrape with the wall in turn 1 with the incident with Sundevik. So I do think he could maybe have split the 2 ARTs today, but yeah, luck just wasn't on the Brits' side. But that will still be a podium for him. So quick result for him. Linus Timel finishes P4, so he stays quite consistent. But congratulations to Jean-François Bilot on his first victory, and congratulations to Yash Parmar on the podium, and congratulations to ART in general for the 1-2. That is the first ever 1-2 in ACOC F2 history. So a lot of history has been made today here at the streets of Baku. But I do think this will be it from me and Alfred and Formula 2 today. But yeah, thank you for watching. It has certainly been a very, very exciting race. And we will see you tomorrow when the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship